Frankly, my fiancé and I met in Lagos 3 years ago. He had recently moved to the office where I was serving for my NYSC after leaving Imo State. After my year of duty, I was fortunate enough to be kept on, and a few months later, we began dating. I wanted a man who was hardworking, respectful, witty, and generous, and frankly was all of those things. We had the impression that we were creating something substantial as soon as we gathered. With unexpected presents, unexpected dates, and lengthy discussions about the future, he treated me like a queen. When he told me that he wanted me to be the mother of his children, I believed him. One thing, though, struck me as a little strange. He consistently shared images of his mother on social media, yet never featured his father. I presumed it was simply a male tendency. Men often have a closer bond with their mothers. Therefore, I did not dwell on it too much. After 2 years of our relationship, he proposed, and I accepted without any hesitation. The engagement celebration was flawless. We selected a wedding date, printed the invitations, and began organizing the traditional ceremony. However, there was an unsettling feeling that lingered. Each time I suggested visiting his family home, he always provided an excuse as to why it was not an appropriate time. "There's no need," he remarked one evening, "you will meet everyone on the wedding day. That is the traditional way." I found this peculiar, but I refrained from pressing the issue. He hailed from a very traditional family. Perhaps this was their custom. I regret not heeding my instincts, especially when he became defensive whenever I inquired about his family. The day of the traditional wedding arrived, and everything was in place. The canopies were erected, and the caterers were busy at work. My family and I were eager to finally meet his relatives. Then, it occurred. I recall standing in the center of the compound, smiling as I observed the procession of cars arriving. The doors opened, and out stepped his mother, followed by his father. Next to him was a man who bore an uncanny resemblance to my fiancé. Was he his twin? Both were dwarfs. I was taken aback. My heart raced, and my smile vanished. A hush fell over the compound for a moment, followed by whispers. "Is that her father-in-law? Wait, they are dwarfs." The laughter from the crowd struck me like a blow. Someone captured a photograph. My heart raced, and I struggled to breathe. It felt as though the ground had vanished beneath me. My mother was in tears, her voice trembling. "What kind of disgrace is this? Did you intend to humiliate our family today? How could you conceal something like this from us?" My father, typically calm and collected, was flushed with anger. "Over my dead body," he declared, his hands trembling. "His tribe is bad enough, but a dwarf." I turned to Frankly, who stood beside me as if nothing out of the ordinary had occurred.
"Why didn't you inform me?" I whispered. "What is there to inform you about?" He retorted. "I didn't believe it was significant. Besides, why didn't you mention that your mother is an albino when we first met?" The audacity of his comparison was infuriating. He insisted that he did not understand the gravity of the situation. Albino traits are not hereditary in the same way. "What if I were to give birth to a dwarf?" I exclaimed. His anger flared. "Lower your voice. Is that all that concerns you?" At that moment, it was indeed my primary concern. I felt betrayed, deceived. He concealed something so essential, something so monumental, and yet he acted as if it were inconsequential, while keeping it from me for 2 entire years. Who conceals their father and twin brother if it is of no importance? "If my mother can manage it, why can't you?" he challenged. That was the breaking point. I removed the engagement ring from my finger and cast it to the ground. I was uncertain of what would follow. All I knew was that I could not proceed with this marriage. Not after this revelation. Not when the betrayal and deceit ran so deep, accompanied by a complete lack of remorse.